So, I have heard a lot of great things about this album, Breakfast in America, and maybe we'll do a full album reaction to it at some point, but today we're going to be checking out two of the songs on this record. Of course, British rock band Supertramp. They are extremely well known, though if you asked me 2 years ago what that name means to me, I wouldn't have been able to give you an answer at all. And for all intents and purposes, I am still very limited in my knowledge of who Supertramp are and what they're about musically. I gave a first time reaction to them about a year ago on the channel. Normally, I would go tell you to go check out that first time reaction, but unfortunately, that video was littered with audio issues and just technical difficulties. At some point, you can't even hear me talk and give my take. So hopefully none of that happens today. We're going to be enjoying some Supertramp together. And that is all thanks to this request coming from Rodney. So thank you very much, my friend. It is much appreciated. And for both of these songs today, we're going to be doing a bit of a lyrical analysis as well to come away with some deeper understanding. Anyways, without further ado, let's jump into it. Normally songs don't start this way. This feels like we're in a huge cathedral, and what? Wait. Huh? Harmonica? I'm envisioning the cathedral and then the harmonica comes in. Wow. What the hell? Alright. Oh, chills, bro. Okay, hold on. There is so much running through my brain right now. I'll do my best to keep it brief. But as I listen to this, following the whiplash of the harmonica out of nowhere, I am weirdly reminded of Styx, of Electric Light Orchestra. I would say very loosely Fleetwood Mac. Dude, this song came in with full force after that intro. Like, the harmonies, all of the layers, the huge guitar, the drums that are just punchy. Oh boy, Supertramp.
Forever playing to the gallery. You take the long way.
harmonica rock. What is going on here? There's dual harmonica, I think, in either headphone. I want to go back. Okay, so I think it's harmonica panned right when it pops up, and then saxophone panned left, and back and forth they went. Above, piano below, harmonica here, vocals all here. If you imagine listening to music as like filling up an entire room, like whatever cubic meters of space you have available to you, every single cubic inch of this space is filled up with Supertramp, with some element. It is just a massive, massive wall of sound. It is overwhelming in the best possible way. Nice. We're gonna fade out. I am gonna like refer to this song as the harmonica song because oh my god. I was not expecting any of that. Like each moment that happened, like the big first moment was at 20 seconds, and then the harmonica getting introduced at like 40 seconds, and then the saxophone, the back and forth, the huge wall of sound like I've been referring to, and the consistent drive in this song, it just keeps you going. And the thing is, this does not sound like your typical rock band at all. I have heard loosely Supertramp referred to as a bit progressive. I don't know that to be the case or not. I just, like, as I listen to this, I feel like it could be progressive in the sense that you're using instruments that are not often employed in the world of rock. But it's definitely not as progressive as, like, Jethro Tull or Renaissance bands in that vein. I feel like there's this there somehow, and I know they're a British band, but somehow I'm like, this has like a lot of American roots to it, which feels like an insane statement to make. I think my favorite part of this song was that melody in the harmonica, the back and forth with the saxophone, and how everything in the song just feels just massive. Wow, what an overwhelming experience. I'm gonna jump into the lyrics here. We're gonna talk about the meaning, and then we'll check out Goodbye Stranger next. So I guess I'll talk about it at a high level first, and then we'll go line by line. But the way I thought about Take the Long Way Home, kind of, it can be taken taken in two ways. One is more metaphorical, about finding inner peace within yourself, finding the long way home to yourself, or potentially a physical home that you're returning to. But in any case, home is a refuge. So finding refuge in this world, however we can do it, is super important for us. And if we can't find our way back home, we try to create our home, build it wherever possible. It also reminds me of this quote from the movie Margin Call, where, forgive me on the names here, I think his name is William Emerson or something like that. He's talking to one of like the risk analysts that the firm fired. This is all leading up to like the 2008 financial crisis. And anyways, like that analyst, they got let go of their job and they're just kind of reflecting on work, on life. And this risk analyst in their prior job, they had managed to architect a bridge that saved hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of hours of driving time for the people in that city. And William, like he hears this and he's like, yeah, you did an amazing thing. You accomplished a lot, saved a lot of time, but also think about it. Some people like taking the long way home. So did you really help every single person? There's a perspective shift that can happen there. So sometimes the long way home is because you're avoiding the home that you should be going to, right? How often have you seen that trope of like people having to decompress in their car on the driveway outside of their garage before entering the potential chaos of the home? It happens a lot. And, taking the long way home is another version of that. But let's jump into the lyrics here and see which way we shake it out. So you think you're a Romeo playing a part in a picture show. Well, take the long way home. Take the long way home. Because you're the joke of the neighborhood. Why should you care if you're feeling good? Well, take the long way home. Take the long way home. That's interesting. You're playing a Romeo. You're potentially playing pretend and to the outside world. But why should you care if you're feeling good? I mean, that's a good line in general because so often we like mold ourselves to what we think others want from us rather than just being ourselves. So if you feel good within, what do the opinions of others matter anyways? There are times that you feel you're a part of the scenery. All the greenery is coming down, boy. And then your wife seems to think you're part of the furniture. Oh, it's peculiar, she used to be so nice. And here is the first moment in the song where you see a bit of the reason why this person is taking a longer time to get home. Because at home, he's just a part of the scenery. He doesn't actually matter in the way that he feels like he should. Why would you want to go to an environment where you're not appreciated, accepted, understood, cared for, When lonely days turn to lonely nights, you take a trip to the city lights. So the loneliness of the days, normally you would return home from work and then you'd be met with love, you'd be embraced, whatever. But now the nights are just as lonely. So may as well peruse the city, take the long way home. You never see what you want to see, forever playing to the gallery. Instead of like living for others, and when you, let's say, have a family, for example, there is a level of responsibility that you have for that family. Simply avoiding everybody that you interact with because you've been slighted many times isn't necessarily the solution that we think it is. But at the same time, you cannot completely forego your own identity to serve others, because when you do that, you're actually giving less to them than you think. Let's say in the example of a father being the sole breadwinner in a family dynamic. Now, they would love to feel appreciated when they come home, and oftentimes they aren't. Is it because the other person is acting cruelly or apathetically and don't care about what they're contributing? Potentially, and that situation manifests a lot. And an ulterior consideration is when you think about minimizing who you are, then the love that you built your home on isn't made of the same stuff anymore, because you've been sacrificing without maintaining a backbone for yourself, And if you bend over all the time, people please endlessly, you can still be chastised and ridiculed at the end of it all. Not if you have self-esteem, not if you maintain the proper boundaries. And take this advice as you can from a 28-year-old here. But yeah, it's important to see the things that you also want to see. Live a life that you want to be living, you know? And hopefully you find a partner, you find a home, you create a home that allows you to be the most of yourself. You know what I mean? And when you're up on the stage, it's so unbelievable. Oh, unforgettable how they adore you. But then your wife seems to think you're losing your sanity. Oh, calamity, is there no way out? Oh, yes. Wow. So it's interesting, right? Because it feels like now in this situation, he's getting appreciation from the outside world, not at home. So, I mean, it's pretty logical to go where you're appreciated. So he's spending more time out of the home, maybe at the bar, maybe performing for patrons and friends, and he feels great. He doesn't want to return home anymore. Does it feel that your life's become a catastrophe? Oh, it has to be for you to grow, boy. And when you look through the years and see what you could have been, oh, what you might have been, if you would have had more time, so when the day comes to settle down, who's to blame if you're not around? You took the long way home. Now it's kind of like a reality check. We're presenting the trade-off. You can decide to live your life completely away from the home and the environment that may be assumed of you. And when you do that, it comes at the cost of that stability. You know, who's to blame if you're not around? You took the long way home. So I feel like very often there is this sort of false dichotomy placed that says you either have to settle down and have a family or, you know, live your dream life, but you can't have both. It's broken mentality, in my opinion, because you can achieve your dreams and have the family or the home life that you want, but it's a matter of you very intentionally constructing it. Your home life should be compatible with your dreams. Your dreams should be compatible with your home life. This is something that I will not be convinced of otherwise. And you can always throw at me like the logistical issues with having to manage family here and managing dreams there, and you know, time being a consideration. It may not be as easy to put all of your eggs into one basket or the other. Trade-offs need to be made, but I think there's always more creative solutions at hand. And so often those solutions come through difficult conversation about who you are as an individual, who we are as a couple, what this home is meant to be for us. Alignment on those shared values helps bring you to that dream quicker, helps bring you to that home faster. And both of those things, I think, again, work in tandem together. Does it feel that your life's become a catastrophe? And oh, it has to be for you to grow. That's the thing too. It's like very often we will shy away from, let's say, reaching for our dreams or asking something else that feels risky to ask for because of the fear of rejection. How is this going to be taken? And yes, it's a reality that some things that you suggest, some things that you want may not be accepted, may not be granted. And are you still going to deny who you are at the end of it all? It's a choice, and you can continue to minimize yourself, or you can continue to put yourself out there and flourish. I think we always should opt for the latter rather than the former. It's a hard situation, though. But you take the long way home. Do it again. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Long way home. Just repetition there. I don't know if I fear this myself, but like I don't want to live a life where things are just kind of mundane. Like I'm rolling through my day. I'm just hoping to get to the end of the day because all of the work ceases then and my responsibilities can be put to rest, but then I have to do it all over again and then not feel appreciated and not actually experience the life that I've been given, rather just do what I'm responsible for. The thing is, you can choose your responsibilities too. And when you take on responsibilities, there's a lot that you don't want to do. But when the root of everything is coming from a place of, this isn't who I am, then you have to shift a lot. And I feel like a lot of people, they come to these like quarter life, midlife crises and realize like the life that I have been living, it is not one that I chose for myself. You know, choose your own life, giving you that power within yourself to achieve whatever it is you'd like to. In my opinion, that is the path forward. Oh, Jesus, 21 minutes now. I've been yapping a lot, haven't I? Let's shove into Goodbye Stranger here.
Early morning yesterday, I was up before the dawn, and I really have enjoyed my stay, but I must be moving on. Like a king without a castle, like a queen without a throne, I'm an early morning lover, and I must be moving on. What you say
kind of reminds me of David Bowie a little bit.
But I have to have things my own way.
Complex arrangements
to keep me in my youth. Like a ship without an anchor, like a slave without a chain. Just the thought of those sweet ladies as they shiver through my veins. And I will go on shining, shining like brand new. I'll never look behind me, my troubles will be few.
Oh, it's so cool. Wow. Layer by layer getting added. It is all so interesting.
Goodbye, stranger. It's been nice.
I remember this part of the melody. This song is better the second time hearing it.
Some they do and some they don't, and some you just can't tell. And some they will and some they won't.
This is what I'm noticing about Supertramp, just at a high level when it comes to these songs, but they love to add element after element after element that you wouldn't expect earlier on in the listen. It's like, oh, you already have a very complete mix here with all of the instruments you could hope to need in your typical rock band, but they keep finding cool additions, whether it's in terms of a new instrument or a new texture, something really high up in the frequency range or rather low. It is just something that kind of throws a wrench into what we thought we were going to get as we're listening, at least for me, for the second time now. Like, Goodbye Stranger is one of the songs that I actually heard in my first time reaction to Supertramp last year. But now hearing it again in this context, it's becoming clear to me the way in which they try to pack on so many elements one after the next. But the thing is, they all serve the song. Really, really great musicianship.
Some you just can't tell. And some they will and some they won't.
Very creative as well.
Some it's just as well. You can laugh at my behavior, that'll never bother me. Say the devil is my savior, but I don't pay no heed. And I will go on shining, if shining.
A new challenger. We got the whistle.
Goodbye, stranger. It's been nice. Hope you find your paradise. Try to see your point of view. Hope your dreams will all come true. Goodbye, Mary. Goodbye, Jane. Will we ever meet again? Feel no sorrow. Feel no shame. Come tomorrow. Feel no pain. Sweet devotion, not for me. Just give me motion. You set me free. Let the ocean far away. Life I'm chosen every day. Now I'm leaving. Got to go. Hit the road. I say it once again. Oh yes, I'm leaving. Got to go. Got to go. I'm sorry, I must tell you. Goodbye, Mary. Goodbye, Jane. Will we ever meet again?
This is wild. The funky guitar too. Oh boy. Dude. I am so down to listen to more Supertramp on the channel. This music is so fun. It is so dynamic. There's so much going on. Like, as much as it may feel like I know what I'm listening to and I hear all of the nuances and everything, there is so much that is going clean over my head right now on this listen of Goodbye Stranger, of Take the Long Way Home. Like, these are very, very dense songs. I feel like I would need to visually like chart out all that's going on by like laying out the entire duration of the track and just like at different moments point out the things that are being introduced. And I feel like we would have 20 to 30 such checkpoints like that for each song. There is just so much going on, and that makes them individually just very unique. It's like they have a lot of character within them. They're just pretty much throwing everything and the kitchen sink in these productions, which I find really cool. I will say it is overwhelming. Like that I cannot get past, because I feel like I'm able to get a lot, but I'm also missing some of the finer details in my listen. That said, awesome melody. Hearing Goodbye Stranger once again. Somehow, like I listened to it once, like last year. This melody is so infectious. It becomes very familiar very quickly. And I think it's because how like unique that chorus is. You get that higher pitched vocal tonality mixed with that kind of like lackadaisical delivery that just feels like you're swaying side to side, despite the drums being very energetic underneath. Yeah, let's get into the lyrics here. This one is another nice one. I think high level understanding. Goodbye Stranger. The stranger is someone that I used to know, I used to have a connection with. And despite the love we may have shared, now we have to say goodbye because it is no longer working between the two of us. It was an early morning yesterday. I was up before the dawn, and I really have enjoyed my stay, but I must be moving on. Like a king without a castle, a queen without a throne, I'm an early morning lover, and I must be moving on. Interesting. So, kind of referring to himself as this, like, this nomad in terms of love, so to speak. Now I believe in what you say is the undisputed truth, but I have things my own way to keep me in my youth. Things my own way to keep me in my youth. This is a separate comment, but as I was listening to Supertramp, I was reminded too of, I think I mentioned David Bowie. Additionally, I was reminded of Queen as well, in terms of some of the craziness you'll get on Queen tracks. I think even lyrically, like the way that this is kind of written, it's from a very narrative perspective. So I believe in what you say is the undisputed truth, but I have to have things my own way to keep me in my youth. So regardless of the veracity of your statements and the things that may objectively be right, I'm still going to do things my way because it's the best for me. Like a ship without an anchor, like a slave without a chain, just the thought of those sweet ladies sends a shiver through my veins. Is he referring to himself as the ship and as the slave here? Or is he referring to, let's see, like a ship without an anchor, like a slave without a chain, just the thought of those sweet ladies sends a shiver through my veins. I guess so. So he's kind of like untethered. He's not really grounded by anything specific. And he's kind of fearful of the ladies that may try to like lock him down and anchor him. And I will go on shining, shining like brand new. I'll never look behind me. My troubles will be few. So I'm going to leave everything in the past. Nothing is going to come with me. There's not going to be any emotional baggage. I'm just going to move from town to town and do my thing. So goodbye, stranger. It's been nice. Hope you find your paradise. I tried to see your point of view. Hope your dreams will all come true. Goodbye, Mary. Goodbye, Jane. We will never meet again. So all the lovers he's had, he's saying goodbye to. And he's hopeful that they will find their love, but it's just unfortunately not going to be me. Which is very honest, but potentially also problematic. It depends on who you ask. Feel no sorrow, feel no shame, come tomorrow, feel no pain. Just completely, maybe you could say apathetic, but he is not internalizing any of the things that he's kind of putting others through, potentially. And presumably in this situation, because he's writing the song, it's in a response to those who have wanted to hold on to him and keep his affections and build a relationship potentially, but he's just not built that way. Sweet devotion, goodbye Mary, it's not for me, goodbye Jane, just give me motion, will we ever, to set me free, meet again? It's kind of the call and responses we had compositionally. So like the only freedom this man can feel is when he's on the move constantly, jumping from one ship to the next. In the land and the ocean far away, it's the life I've chosen every day. So goodbye Mary, goodbye Jane, will we ever meet again? Interesting, because I was thinking like at a high level that the love was mutual, but things weren't working out. So now we split, but it seems like it's sort of unrequited love, and we're getting the perspective of the recipient of that love. But they don't want it. They just want to keep going forward. Now, some they do, some they don't, and some you just can't tell. Some they will and some they won't. With some, it's just as well. You can laugh at my behavior, then that'll never bother me. Say, the devil is my savior, but I don't pay no heed. And I will go on shining, shining like brand new. I'll never look behind me. My troubles will be few. So here he's acknowledging like, hey, a lot of people, they think I am practicing devil worship. I'm treating others poorly, but I don't care what they say. It only matters about what I feel internally. Goodbye, stranger. It's been nice. Hope you find your paradise. Try to see your point of view. Hope your dreams will come true. I think we get a lot of repetition in this section here. Far away, it's the life I've chosen every day. So now I'm leaving. Gotta go hit the road. To me, meet again, go on and believe it, I've got to go. To me, like, yeah, he is acknowledging like all of the downside to his behavior and the very justifiable response of people witnessing this behavior and maybe falling victim to it. He is acknowledging all of that and still saying, I don't care. And it's interesting, you know, like there's this idea, I've brought it up countless times on the channel, about being unapologetically yourself. And oftentimes to do that, you do have to defy the opinions and perspectives of others in your world. But that doesn't mean that your actions are unimpeachable, you know? Everything you could be doing could be completely authentically to you, devoid of consideration of others, and it still be problematic, you know? You have to at least be able to stomach that potentiality, because otherwise you would be living completely in a delusional world where you think, oh, I can just act as I will and nobody can say anything about it and have any validity. In this song, he literally acknowledges that this is frowned upon, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it anyways because it is what works for me. And maybe that's true, maybe it's not. It really depends on how much of an olive branch you're willing to extend to understand that mindset. But regardless, it's leaving a lot of people in the dust, so to speak, especially if they don't know what's what up front. Because I feel like in this situation, if you are going to be very candid in your response to somebody's approach, and you can expect that, or candid in your response to somebody's wish for you to be with them, then if you've experienced that enough times, you should probably go into the next situation and say, hey, look, I know very often that people are looking for something more serious, but here in the time and place that I am emotionally right now, that is not going to be me. And if you kind of present it like that up front, maybe there's more, maybe it's like a more ethical approach to it, but you never know. It really is just a matter of communication. And what I don't like is when communication falls through. And I myself, I have not been the best communicator in my life. It's been something that I've had to work on over the years. But I think because he has so much self-awareness, I feel like he probably should be doing that communication piece as well. But these were two really fun songs today. I hope you guys tolerated all the yapping that was going on here. A lot of thoughts were coming into my mind, that's for sure. But awesome music, so chock full of different things that are just fun to hear and pick up on. I feel like you could easily kind of craft a bingo card around all of the unique things that popped up in each of these tracks today. But let me know what your thoughts are on Supertramp in the comment section down below. And if you'd like to request more Supertramp on the channel, you can do so by hitting the first link in the description box or scanning the QR code on your screen. But thank you all for watching today. I will catch you in the next one. Take care of yourselves, my friends.